Hey everybody, welcome to that vinyl channel. I'm that vinyl guy Boz. I'm not sure how well the audio is going to come out on this. I'm using the audio on my cell phone, but you know what? I'm gonna give this a shot. I may or may not even post this. I don't know. But one of the things that I wanted to do on my channel was to just do a video where I'm just talking about things. And since I can't, I'm not home. I'm still in the hospital. For those of you who are not sure what's going on, I broke my hip some time ago. This is my third week, and I've been in the hospital now. And right now I'm in rehab, so I'm getting stronger every day. So I hope to be home maybe in about a week, maybe a week and a half. We'll see. But I do want to go ahead and put up a video now and just talking about stuff that I think is very cool. So one of the things I want to talk about is why I actually why I like vinyl records. Okay, so I mean, I'm not one of those guys who's going to sit there and look at you in the face and say that I think vinyl records sound better than CDs, or CDs sound better than vinyl records, or I mean, there's a discussion to be had about that, but better is a relative term. You know, there's so many things about people and the way that we have preferences for things, right? And I hate to say it, it's not just about the music. It really is not. I mean, people have bar graphs up and they show, CDs have more dynamic range, so of course that automatically makes them better, right? No, it does not automatically make them better. Vinyl records are analog, and so does that make them better? No, it does not make them better. It's a personal preference, right? It's like getting out of bed and putting on a shirt in the morning. I'm going to put on a blue shirt, and you're going to put on a black shirt. Okay, fine and dandy. Am I right? Are you right? Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's better? It is. It's just it comes down to just plainly a personal preference and what we like. I mean, hate to say this, but CDs and vinyl records actually don't sound the same. They're mastered differently. Okay, when those sound engineers make a CD, when those sound engineers make a vinyl record, they have to make these they master the sound, or it sounds the best on that medium, which is what they should do. Okay, because as consumers, we want to buy things that do at least sound good. I'm not saying that they have to sound better or best or like tremendous. And I mean, there are things out there like Clarity pressings and super high quality CDs that do sound amazing, right? But we want things that sound good, okay? And vinyl records sound good, and also CDs sound good as well. So one of the things I like about vinyl records is that the way that vinyl records are mastered, I'm accustomed to that, and I think it sounds great. Excuse me. So what they have to do for vinyl records is they have to lower the volume on the high end to avoid problems with sibilance. Okay, they have to lower the volume on the low end. Okay, otherwise the needle has a tendency to jump out of the track if the bass is too loud. Okay, so but vinyl records really concentrate more on all that mids, all the mid sounds, which is a lot of voice, a lot of the main instruments are end up on the mids. And that's what that concentrates on, and that makes the music sound a certain way. And if you like me, who grew up with records, that's what we're used to hearing. So we definitely have a taste for that. Not only that, I'm also like in awe of vinyl records. I really am. I'm in awe of them. Do you know how many things can go wrong in making a vinyl record compared to things that can go right? I mean, first of all, there are things that are outside of the control of the medium, like how it's recorded. Okay, you have to have the microphone set up properly in the right places. You got to make sure that you got everything ready to go. and then you record it, and then it only ends up on a tape, okay? And then what we just talked about is the mastering, so it has to be mastered properly, right? I have a 45 RPM record of the Who Pinball Wizard, okay? And there's like one up note on the 45, and it's actually played quite often throughout the song. This one high up note, and they screwed up on the simplest on that because it sounds like it's almost like it sounds like it's a skip. It's not skipping. It sounds like a skip or a scratch. And it took me a while. I actually went out and bought several copies of the same 45 before I realized that problem was on all the 45s. So somebody in the mastering process messed up and made that a little bit too loud, and you have this annoying noise now on this record, and that's not what we want. We don't want to be annoyed by music. We want to enjoy it. But anyway, so you have this mastering process. It has to be done properly. It has to be done well. You have to have people who know how to master for vinyl, right? And then you have to have the proper way to set up the the lacquer. Either if you're going to do a lacquer or you're going to do a direct metal master. Either way, you have to have all the right equipment. It has to be done properly. You need to know people that know what they're doing. They're pressing that. And then they're making the plates. It's a long process. There's a lot involved, but it has to be done properly. It has to be done accurately. And then once the plates are done, the record has to be pressed. I mean, the pressing plant has to be in good repair. All the right temperatures have to be used. You have to use high quality vinyl. If you add things to it like regrind or if there's dirt, if it's a dirty pressing plant, you can end up with actually dirt pressed into the record, and that's going to come out on the record as pops and crackles. And again, that's not what we want. And of course, after the record is pressed, it has to properly cool off. If the record is improperly cooled off, it has a tendency to warp. So all of these things, and I'm sure there's even more I didn't mention, all of these things are involved in making one vinyl record, getting from that microphone, from the artist and their performance, and getting that, to your house on this record. There's all these steps involved, and everything has to be done right in order for it to sound good. And it's so easy to mess up at least one or more of those things, especially, what they say, the more cooks in the stew spoils the broth. I don't know what they say, but whenever I get a record, let's say I go down tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'm stuck here, but let's say I go down and I buy a used record, even in the dollar bin, right? Let's face it, you can definitely find good records in dollar bins as well. But I go down, I'm digging through the dollar bin, I find a record I want, it looks in really great shape, right? It's a 20, 30-year-old record, I take it home, I take it out, I wash it, I clean it, I make sure that everything's great, I put it on my turntable, and I turn up the volume, and all this awesome, amazing music comes out of my speakers, and I sit back, relax, and I listen to this. So, you cannot not think about everything that was involved in making that record, and making that record sound amazing and sound good and sound great. There was a lot involved, and a lot of us take it for granted. A lot of us don't even stop and think about stuff like this, but because there's so much involved in vinyl records and making it sound good, and the majority of my vinyl records I have in my collection, majority of them do sound good, if not excellent. So I'm just in awe of that. I'm in awe of the fact that records sound good, records sound great, and people take pride in what they're doing a good job, and they're getting these records out. And so I just stand in awe of vinyl records. I really do. I stand in awe of the format, of the process, and everything else. So that's one of the big reasons why I really like vinyl. Now, I know that it's similar for CDs, things can go wrong as well, but I say there's a lot less involved in a CD. You know, it's not pressed like a vinyl record is. It doesn't have to cool off. They don't make, I don't think anyways, they don't make lacquers, or they don't make direct metal masters, and they don't make plates. So, I mean, yeah, there are things that, you know, that can be done improperly, but it's just a lot less. So, you know, I hate to say it, I'm just less in awe of a CD because it's so much easier to make them, and less things can go wrong with them. So I would expect more often that a CD would sound good. Okay, so am I babbling? Am I really going on? I'm sorry, guys, but that's it. That's pretty much the what I want to say. I just want to say, you know, that, you know, I grew up with vinyl records. I think they sound good overall. I think, you know, every so often, you know, we do get do get records that do sound bad from one reason or another, and that happens. You know, you just gotta take it with everything else. But anyways, so you know, that's really all I got this morning. So, I do want to thank you for joining me today. If you have any thoughts about what I said, if you agree, disagree, if you have any comments, I would love to hear it. I'll go ahead and I'll respond to every single comment. But I hope everybody has an amazing day. And again, I want to thank you for being here, and I'll see you all next time.